What's up, everybody? Nick back here with you from Project Central, and this week it's winter and we're building fence. My wife and I bought some property January of 2025, so right at a year ago, and we're trying to finish up our fence. And that means we gotta do a little bit of welding. So, me being a poor, I look for the absolute cheapest mobile welding setup that was the most versatile that I could find. And wouldn't you know it, I had the items laying around already. One of the first reviews I did on the channel was for this Predator 5,000 watt super quiet inverter generator. And then last year, my friends over at XPO Tool from Fab Heavy Parts sent me this little welder, and you know what? You put them together and they are pretty amazing. So this is a no excuses style, get it done welding video. So today we have to cut and cap, I don't know, 5 of these posts and put some cross bracing in another one. We got a bunch of nuts we got to weld on for guides for some barbless wire we're using for our fence, and we're gonna do it all with a setup that's under $1,000. So, like I said, no excuses. My truck is broken down, something's wrong with it. You know, it's a Ford, so you know, whatever, it's normal. So I'm out here in the minivan today. If I can come out here with a generator, a little 110 welder, and a minivan and get my fence done, I don't want to hear any excuses from you guys on mobile welding either. So we're gonna see how this goes today. I have used this before with the generator and it works pretty good. The key is the gasless flux core setup. I can stick weld, and yes, I do suck at it. But the gasless, the flux core, man, it makes it so much easier when you're just trying to tack little things on and weld little nuts on and just have a little bit more control. I know everyone's a badass stick welder, everyone on the internet's the best ever, but I'm real talk, this is what I prefer. So let's get set up and I'll show you. Let's take a look at it right quick. All right, so I got my cap welded on. Right, just one pass, just fill everything up. I got my nut welded on. The fence is only gonna be like this tall, so this is gonna be a guide for my barbless wire that's gonna go across the top of my fence, if you're wondering what that is. So I'm gonna get this ground down with the flap disc. I'm gonna hit this with the pipe sander, the tube sander, right, the tube sander right there. And then eventually, at the end of the day, I'll come back and paint everything with some oil-based paint because it's cold, so it's gonna take it like a week to cure. So, but that's the plan for today. I'm gonna do that. Next thing I'm gonna show you guys is welding in some cross pieces on some, I got some like H posts is what I'm calling them. I got some H posts, that's what I'm calling them. So anyways, so far this thing's working great. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Do you think this is the cheapest setup you've ever seen, or is there a better cheap setup? I want to know down in the comments, down there somewhere. Be right back. All right, got me a lunch drop off, some of the Lord's chicken, and some help. So, Mama brought me some Chick-fil-A and some help. So, he's gonna get painting these posts we've been working on before we get back to welding. We got caps and nuts to weld on. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Got the generator, welder, tools in the back of the van. It's a mess, I know, but this is absolutely a great alternative to the high I almost call it high dollar mobile welding setups. Even the cheapest one from Harbor Freight, the Vulcan stick welder thing, is like, I don't know, I think it's $1,600 or $1,700. I'll post a picture right quick. And this setup, you can get this generator from Harbor Freight for about 800 bucks on sale. It goes on sale pretty regularly. And this welder was like 150 or 180. So for under $1,000, you can have yourself a mobile welding rig. Are you gonna go weld pipelines? Probably not. But for like my couple acres I've got out here, we're trying to get fenced, general small repairs around your property, this could be a great option. Also, why I think this is an amazing thing to consider is that you get a backup generator out of the deal, and we got the super quiet inverter one, so we also use this for the house and for the camper and stuff like that. So, you know, it is pretty adaptable to any circumstance. And the welder, I've done a review on that as well, but it also do, you know, scratch start TIG, like I said, the flux gasless wire we've been using all day, and the stick welder. So all right, so let me know what you think down in the comments. Is this the best budget option for a, you know, little mobile welding setup? Anyways, I think so, but I may be a little biased because this is what I have. So do what you always do, take care of one another, and I'll see you over here next week at Project Central, where we're doing something. Bye.